What's going on, guys? What's going on? I'm Jay the Black. Shout out to everybody that's tuning in. This is going to be a second part to my initial video about King Harris and T.I. and Tiny. It's on my BasikSocialPoliticz channel. I'll link it in the description box. Great commentary from me, as always. And I spoke about this whole thing going viral and what King Harris had to say, right? He getting into it with T.I. I let my thoughts be known. But in this video, it's going to be a little bit like an extra because I did not get a chance to speak on the clip where it had this origins, where Tiny got involved and spoke about him in a way to, I would say, bring him down a few notches, right? She basically said he had a pacifier in his mouth until he was 12, right? Basically, right? Paraphrasing. And he went to go live with his grandmother. He was living with his grandmother. He would film the show, and then he would go and live with his grandmother. I don't know if his grandmother lived in the hood. Must be, because he's talking about all these hood kids he grew up around. And you got to understand something. I don't know the dynamic of why T.I. did this. I know they had a house full of children, but at the end of the day, your children need to be with you. If your children are living elsewhere, T.I., they may grow up with some resentment. And this is why you're probably seeing King act out, is because you basically sent him off to live with his grandmother while his other siblings got to stay with y'all. You'd film the show and then you send him packing. When I heard about that, I always found that to be weird. I really did. And with Tiny getting involved and saying what she said, kind of like jumping in instead of being the voice of reason, you know, she seems like a follower. Like whatever T.I. does, she does. That's why she'll never leave him, okay? So let's get into this video clip. And then I'll let you know more of my thoughts. Let's see.
Have you ever woke up with a roach on your face?
Period. No, that's not the goal.
All right, then. So there it goes.
Or in your ear.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I had in the neighborhood with me that broke up with roach in your ear. Y'all want to go to the bando and man my neighborhood? Do y'all want to go to the bando? Do y'all want to go to the bando? To make him look better, he said it he know not true. Silver spoon, I ain't never ate with that day a day in my life.
Nigga, you did have a silver spoon.
Look, Sis used to have to come to my grandma's house because I'm getting in the
You
fight.
cried like a baby to go to your grandmama's house.
Every day.
You used to hold your breath.
Every
There's
day.
no tantrums to go over there.
I don't want to be in these gates. I want to be outside in the neighborhood.
Now, again, family business should not be aired out publicly, but this is a social media age. And as I said in my other video, King grew up on social media. He grew up on reality TV. He grew up on social media. This is all he knows. Okay? Is to go live and air things. Right? And he's talking about how I guess, you know, on the outside looking in, he'll make it seem like he didn't want to be at his grandmother's house. But they're like, that's where he wanted to go. He wanted to go to his grandmother's house. I can believe that, because unfortunately, these young kids who grow up with rich parents, they don't want to live their lifestyle. And King is basically saying he didn't want to live in those gates. He wanted to be running the streets. He wanted to be in the hood. He wanted to be what his father raps about. See, when you're a rapper and you have children, your children are either going to want to go in the complete opposite direction that you had growing up, or they're going to go right into the direction of what you were. If you saying that you were this street dude, that you were doing all these things, King was always going to be that one child that was going to follow in his footsteps. And that's what King has tried to do. I think King has tried to follow in his father's footsteps because he heard about what his father rapped about. And I believe he wanted to portray that particular lifestyle.
That's why I want to be over there. But they don't understand that.
No, I'm going to tell you the reason why he want to be over there. Y'all ready? Because he can suck and pacify over there till he was 12 years old. He was sucking pacify till he was 12 years old. He couldn't do that in the house.
You cried like a baby. Hold your breath.
Yeah.
try to say I was over there trying to suck a passy, but they ain't gonna tell you everything like that. They trying to hide it.
Ain't nobody hiding
Sugarcoat it. He capping. He capping. Hey, he know I stand.
Now you see that? Now again, I know that parents do things, right? Parents love to embarrass their children, but it's usually in a playful manner. Maybe Tiny thought that she was being playful, but when you have, what, a 19-year-old that's trying to act tough and show that he can walk on his own 2 feet as a man, getting online and saying that is only going to make things worse. And that's why that second clip was what it was. This was the first part. I didn't get a chance to see this until well after I had posted my video. But as you can see, and I'll run it back, Tiny decided that she was going to embarrass him. Because trust me, listen, parents have embarrassing stories about their kids all the time. Okay? There's embarrassing and that you want to, there's embarrassing to sort of make fun, and there's embarrassing to say, hey world, he ain't no street dude, he ain't no tough guy. He was basically using a pacifier till he was 12. Let's run it back.
But they don't understand that.
No, I'm gonna tell you the reason why he wanted to be over there. Y'all ready? Cause he can suck a pacifier over there till he was 12 years old. He was sucking pacifier till he was 12 years old. He couldn't do that in the house.
You crying like a baby. Hold it real.
Yeah.
They try to say I was over there trying to suck a passy, but they ain't gonna tell you everything like that. They trying to hide it.
Ain't nobody hiding
Sugarcoat it. He capping. He capping.
Hey.
Now, again, I don't know. Listen, I don't have children. I'm pretty sure people who listen to me have children. Would you ever, if you're having a disagreement with your son, let's say your son is 18, 19, 20 years old, right? Would you get on his live stream and say that he sucked on a pacifier till he was 12 and he cried like a baby because he wanted to go stay with his grandmother? Would any of you do that? Now, again, this was early. See, my video was on the aftermath of this interaction. I didn't see this video until after I did my other video. But this is what led up to things getting extremely heated. I think this is what really caused him to go off.
He know I stand on business. He know that.
Stand on business.
Ain't no nigga ever pull my car ever in life. I stand on business.
Stand on
drop
business.
Me somewhere, I stand on business.
Stand on
you
business.
drop me in your hood, I stand on business.
I don't feel like you stand on business.
Yeah. I've been stood on business. I've been stood on business. You want to hide it for the world, I'm going to put it out there for them to see.
You see that? Social media child. He wants to put everything out there in the public. Social media kids. He's part of that social media kid generation. Grew up with tablets and cell phones as soon as they were toddlers, right? You didn't want them crying. You didn't want them running around. You put a tablet or phone in front of them. That's that generation, right? Well, I would say when King was a toddler, he probably didn't have a tablet, but I'm pretty sure he had a cell phone, maybe. I don't know. Maybe a laptop, who knows, right? But these kids, they become adults. These social media kids become adults. And they want to put everything online.
I wouldn't put up nowhere. You ain't had me put up nowhere. Like, you ain't had me behind a mansion. I was outside doing what I wanted to do.
You was behind that till you cried.
No, I got too much to drink. I drunk too much. Drunk too much. Let's go. Now get mad because we say the South ain't the suburbs. Then he want to talk about some other like this being shit. Just being shit. No, I'm being real. You lying. You lying. You up here.
Now, he said they're drinking too much. Now, I believe he's talking about T.I. and Tiny drinking too much. Listen, we all know that they've had their own versions of freak-offs. We know that the Atlanta freak-off connection. Yo, we know that T.I. and Tiny have had their own freak-offs down there in Atlanta. And maybe King didn't want to be around that. Because you see, we don't know what goes on behind the scenes. Just because people come from a successful family does not mean that they are good, decent people. There could be some terrible things going on that we don't know about. And maybe that's why King didn't want to be over there. If the environment was good, you would provide a nice, safe environment for him. Why would he want to leave at 12 years old? And why are you allowing a 12-year-old to dictate where he lives? I don't know if he sees them really as his parents. They were basically his co-workers because he would film with them and then go live with his grandmother. They were basically his co-workers. Right? Instead of his parents. That's why Tiny can get on here and say he was sucking on a pacifier until he was 12. Again, that's her words, not mine. That's her words.
I've been stood on business. I've been stood on business. You want to hide it for the world? I'm going to put it out there for them to see. I want to put up nowhere. You ain't had me put up nowhere. Like, you ain't had me behind the mansion. I was outside doing what I wanted to do.
You was behind that. See, you cried.
No, I ain't got too much to drink. I done drunk too much. Drunk too much. Let's go. Get mad because we say the South ain't the suburbs. Then he want to talk about some other shit. Like this being shit. Just being shit. No, I'm being real. You lying. You lying. You over here flagging.
Now that was the gist of everything. And again, I didn't see that video until I posted my other one. Again, I'm going to say this to Tiny. I know that's your son. I know you want to bring him down a notch. But all that did was escalate the situation. Because when you want to talk about him using a pacifier by the time when he was 12, you're in his mind, you're trying to embarrass him and shame him and humiliate him. That's what he thought. Now you think that you're joking because you're his mother and you want to bring him down a notch, but there are ways of doing things. How about de-escalating a situation? Isn't that what mothers should be doing? De-escalating a situation before it gets worse? Because now this guy, King, is on social media talking about if he is a mistake. Do you and T.I. feel like he's a mistake? Why would he say that unless he feels like he is the black sheep of the family and that y'all don't really want him? But he feels this way. And there's a reason why he feels this way, T.I. Tip. He feels like y'all don't care about him anyway. Maybe that's why he wanted to be at his grandmother's house. Why would he want to leave that environment? Like, again, he listened to what you rap about, your lifestyle. He listened to the stories. Maybe he's always wanted to emulate that. You know, rich kids want to be hood all the time. You got suburban dudes that want to be hood so bad. Just like you got suburban chicks that love trying to be ratchet and hood. You from the suburbs, you got two parents who took care of you, who showed you love. But you want to be a damn stereotype. King wants to be T.I. He really does. He wants to be T.I. Maybe, and I think that because of him wanting to be more like T.I., T.I. saw himself in King, and maybe that's where that the issues are. And they just say, you know what? You want to go out there and be in the hood, go. I don't think that's the right move to do. But King is an adult now. He's legally an adult. So if he wants to go out there and be his own man, let him pay his own bills. I would tell King this. Okay, you want to stand on business? Pay your own bills. Don't come to me for nothing. Just cut him off financially. If he wants to be a man, just say, hey, you find your own way in the world. I guarantee you those type of arguments won't happen again. Because he's going to realize he needs you. He's going to realize he needs you. So let me know what you think in the comments section. Let me know your thoughts, like this video and share. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and I'll see y'all next one.